of Believe It or Not. Bart Scott, if I said the Vikings are the biggest threat to the Lions in the NFC, do you believe it or not?
I believe. Listen, Sam Darnold's playing at a high level. When the Lions played in the beginning of the season, I believe October 20th, that was a 29-31 game, and Sam Darnold played well. The Vikings are a much more better team than they were then. The Lions are not because of the injuries, so I have to believe it.
How about you, Hawk? We got this one for you off of the Bears who are playing tonight. The Bears, Chicago Bears should hire Pete Carroll as their next head coach. Believe it or not.
I'm going to go with not, man. As much as I love Pete Carroll, I think he's the right medicine for the wrong disease. I think for what Caleb Williams needs, he needs development at the quarterback position, and they need an offensive coach. And yeah, you can get that with an offensive coordinator, but the moment he shows any success, that offensive coordinator is gone to be a head coach of his own. So I think if they can get one of these offensive guys who are candidates, it would be best for Caleb Williams' development, and that's what the Bears need.
In the trenches, offensive line, defensive line, good corners on the outside. Big Fangio solidified that defense, and Saquon Barkley is in the running for a MVP for a reason.
Their quarterback, Jalen Hurts, left that game against Washington with a concussion. Yeah. Adam, what do you got on his status for this week's game against Dallas?
Well, back onto the playing field for this weekend's game against the Dallas Cowboys. Keep in mind that Kenny Pickett, his backup, has a rib injury, which leaves Tanner McKee as the one healthy quarterback on the Eagles roster. Now, the other thing to consider here, it's not like the Eagles have a realistic chance to get that number one seed, which looks like it's going to go to Detroit or Minnesota. The Eagles are on the outside looking in, so it's in their best interest right now to make sure that Jalen Hurts is healthy moving forward. There are the seedings. There is the NFC playoff picture. The Eagles are not going to be able to overtake the one seed, whoever that is. And so they're kind of locked in right now. They're going to win that division, and they're going to finish as the 2 seed. And so right now, the biggest thing is to make sure that Jalen Hurts is healthy, recovered, and ready for the postseason.
If he can't play, are the Eagles on upset alert here against the Cow? I guess to Adam's point, does it matter, right?
It really doesn't matter. I think health matters the most in making sure that you're playing at a good, playing football the right way. But this is an opportunity for Saquon Barkley to kind of prove to everybody that he is the MVP. Him healthy as well, so it's a fine line that you have to walk. Saquon Barkley is trying to break Eric Dickerson's record. Does he decide to go for that? Much like Lamar Jackson, he's always been about team. Even when he had the opportunity to beat his personal best rushing record, and he decided to do what was best for the team.
Yeah, that's true. But, man, that's a special record, Hawk. If he can get to Dickerson's record here in the last 2 games like this, should the Eagles push for that? You buy that?
Absolutely. I think you've been in situations as a player, Bart, where I'm sure where you have a teammate that's close to something like this, and it does motivate your team. They want him to get it. That offensive line wants to be a part of that history. And not only that, to your point about Jalen being hurt, they need it. They need Saquon to step up in a big way. They shouldn't be on upset alert.
Adam, the Eagles have the Cowboys and the Giants, 2 division rivals that are not very good at stopping the run. Cowboys still fighting, Giants maybe not so much. How do you expect Philadelphia to approach these last couple of weeks?
I think carefully, Dan. I think that their seeding, their spot is pretty much locked up. Yes, they still have to win the division, but they're going to find a way to win one of these games. And I think in a perfect world, really, the Eagles find a way to beat the Cowboys because it's the number 1 overall pick in the draft. So the Eagles would win in the last week of the season by not winning and not affect their playoff seeding in any way, shape, or form. So in a perfect Eagles world, they put away the division this weekend. They know they're not getting the 1, and they use their bye weekend in the last weekend of the season against the Giants, enabling the Giants to win the game and costing the Giants the number 1 overall pick in the draft.
That is, just to be clear what we're saying here, you're saying the Eagles would consider shutting everything down against the Giants so that the Giants could not get as good a draft pick as they need to get.
We know they got it in them, right? What did they do with Sudfeld a couple years ago?
I'm saying that. I'm saying that. I'm saying that. I'm saying that. That's logic, right? It's just logical. Why would they not take their bye week, and why would they not hurt the Giants in that? Nobody from the Eagles organization said that, but of course.
No.
Look, that's where it should be going.
I wonder the way the Giants are going, Hawk, like if they could even win a game like that at this point. What do you, like this division rivals, right? Like if you are the Eagles, like you don't necessarily want to play against a reinforced Giants team over the next couple of years with a high draft pick. That'd be a fun storyline, wouldn't it?
The Giants seem like they've been on bye weeks for weeks now. So I do not underestimate their ability to match the Eagles and they're to try not to win a football game.
Yeah, in Adam's scenario, Eagles-Giants in Week 18 would be riveting television, sounds like. Anyway, we come back. Steel Pity in the Steel City. Russ and Pittsburgh are in free fall. Is there any...
Welcome to Eagles Nest News, your go-to source for all things Philadelphia Eagles.
Welcome to Eagles Nest News. Hey Eagles fans, welcome back to the channel. Today, we've got an exciting update on a rising star in the NFL who could potentially be on the move, Milton Williams, the defensive tackle for the Philadelphia Eagles. We'll take a deep dive into why Williams is attracting attention from other teams, particularly the Denver Broncos, and how this could impact the Eagles moving forward. The Denver Broncos, a new contender on the horizon. Denver Broncos have been one of the surprise success stories of the 2024 NFL season. What do you think? Do you think the Eagles will be able to keep Milton Williams? Or do you see him heading to a team like the Broncos? Let us know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to Eagles Nest News for more updates on all things Eagles. Thanks for watching, and as always, fly, Eagles, fly. But here's where it gets interesting. The Broncos are looking to bolster their defense even more, and they have their eyes on a key player from our beloved Eagles, Milton Williams, an impact player for the future. Milton Williams, the Eagles' 6'3" defensive tackle, has been turning heads this season with his outstanding performance. With 11.5 career sacks in just 3 seasons, Williams has helped form a powerful defensive trio alongside Jalen Carter and Jordan Davis. His 5-sack performance in 2024 has only added to his value, and now, the Denver Broncos are reportedly looking to bring him on board. According to Alex Ballantini from Bleacher Report, Williams could be the missing piece the Broncos need to complete their defensive front. However, there's a key question here. Why haven't the Eagles extended Williams yet? Some of the uncertainty stems from the team's coaching shakeup with Vic Fangio coming in as the new defensive coordinator. Plus, Williams had a somewhat quieter year in 2023 with just 1 half-sack. But in 2024, he's proved himself to be an indispensable part of the defense. With 5 sacks so far, he's showing why the Eagles need to lock him up for the long term. The Eagles' dilemma: should they sign Williams despite Williams' impressive play? The Eagles have some tough decisions to make. The team has a number of key players coming up for new contracts. Linebacker Zach Bond, right guard Mekhi Becton, and edge Josh Sweat are all on the list. With the emergence of Jalen Carter and Jordan Davis, it might be hard to keep everyone happy under the salary cap. The rich contract extension given to Alan McNeil of the Detroit Lions this season for years, $97 million, has set a benchmark, and it's not clear if the Eagles will want to match that kind of financial commitment for Williams. That's where teams like the Denver Broncos come in. If the Eagles are unable to secure Williams long-term, the Broncos, with their substantial cap space and playoff ambitions, could very well swoop in and make him one of their top signings in 2025. The Eagles have the advantage, while it's true that other teams like the Broncos are watching Milton Williams closely. We should remember one crucial point. Williams is playing for one of the most elite defenses in the league, and the Eagles have the resources and the reputation to keep him around. The Eagles' front office has been proactive in securing talent, and while there may be tough choices ahead, they know the value Williams brings to the table. So, let's stay hopeful, Eagles fans. The team has a history of making the right moves when it comes to locking down key players. Don't be surprised if they find a way to keep Milton Williams right where he belongs, helping lead one of the most dominant defenses in football. What do you think? Do you think the Eagles will be able to keep Milton Williams? Or do you see him heading to a team like the Broncos? Let us know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to Eagles Nest News for more updates on all things Eagles. Thanks for watching, and as always, fly, Eagles, fly.